is the WJTS News. In tonight's News, 100 Men Who Cook breaks records, high water calls for a rescue. We visit the town of Ferdinand to speak with town manager Chris James for this week's edition of Monday with the Mayor, and Kirk Gazelle is in with sports. All this and more coming up next on 18 WJTS News. Good evening, I'm Jurnee Davis with WJTS News. One person had to be rescued from the top of his vehicle after he apparently drove into high water on a county road northeast of Huntingburg early this morning. Deputies with the DuBois County Sheriff's Department, first responders with the Huntingburg Volunteer Fire Department, and Memorial Hospital EMS were called to the scene shortly after 7 o'clock this morning. That scene was just east of the railroad tracks on 22nd Street and County Road 400 South. Reports say the man was trapped on top of the vehicle before being brought to safety. He was treated at the scene by EMS. Motorists are reminded to never ignore road closed signs and barricades and try to drive through high water. Don't drown, turn around. Another record fundraising milestone was set Saturday night as the 100 Men Who Cook event raised $255,000 for the CASA programs of DuBois and Orange County. As the name implies, the biannual event features 100 men from DuBois County who cook entrees, appetizers, and desserts, then serve the dishes to attendees to raise money for a good cause. The benefactor from Saturday night's event was CASA, or the Court-Appointed Special Advocates Program in DuBois County and newly the created CASA program in Orange. The event was presented by Old National Bank and raised money through sponsorships, ticket sales, chef tips, and auctions of featured items. The featured item for this year's event was a newly remodeled 1976 Ford Bronco donated by Ruxford Ford Lincoln of Jasper. The rebuilt and modified Bronco was sold to Hank Menke for $85,000. Money raised will benefit the work of CASA as volunteers represent children in need of services in the court systems of DuBois and Orange counties. Some highlights of the evening were the Golden Spatula and the People's Choice Honors. This year, 11-year-old Ian Kaish of Jasper was a young chef who wanted to help other kids and made a dish to serve. He was a double winner as he was named the Golden Spatula winner and the People's Choice winner. Ian is the son of Ashley and Nathan Kaish. A settlement has been reached in lawsuits filed after a rollover crash on Interstate 69 in Gibson County killed 2 Haitian immigrants and injured 20 others. The settlement terms were not made public, but attorney Neil Chapman, who represents the estate of 29-year-old Cristela Georges and an injured passenger, says the settlement was reached to mutual satisfaction of both parties. A van carrying Georges, 60-year-old Gina Moyes, and other workers crashed on I-69 in 2015. They were being driven from Washington to work at Ameriqual near Evansville. Investigators said this 16-passenger van was carrying 24 people when it blew a tire. Lawsuit defendants include the van's owner, his son, the maker of the van's tires, and the immigrants' employers. The Indiana Department of Education is planning to seek damages against a testing vendor for scoring issues and a delay in results from the state's primary standardized test. Results for I-STEP were supposed to be publicly released on Wednesday, but vendor Pearson notified the department last week about 2 scoring issues, one affecting 10th grade and one affecting all grades. Pearson's contract with Indiana allows the state to be eligible for damages between $50,000 and $150,000 for every day the results aren't delivered. Pearson declined to talk about potential damages because the Education Department has not yet made any formal claims. Schools were expected to receive those I-STEP results on Friday, but education officials don't know when those scores will be made public. A Jasper woman was placed under arrest on a number of charges over the weekend after she allegedly forced her way into a residence and started a fight. Around 1/4 till midnight Saturday night, Jasper police received the report of a female who forced her way into an apartment located along the 500 block of Village Court and started a physical altercation with 2 occupants. In an attempt to prevent the female, later identified as 23-year-old Kayla Clayton of Jasper, from doing any further harm, one of the occupants restrained Clayton until officers arrived. Police say one of the occupants sustained injuries from this incident. Upon further investigation, however, Clayton was taken into custody and medically cleared at the Memorial Hospital. She was taken to and booked into the Du Bois County Security Center on a level 6 felony count of residential entry and misdemeanor counts of battery, disorderly conduct, and public intoxication. Jasper police were assisted at the scene by ISP troopers. Officials with the Jasper Street Department say that they, along with their contractor, CalCar Paving, will begin the next phase of street improvements beginning Tuesday. The department says milling followed by paving will continue along Portersville Road from 47th Street north to the city limits, from Fox Ridge Drive north of 31st Street, Dogwood Drive north of 31st, West 13th Street from Newton Street to Bartlett Street, and 100 South from Kimball Boulevard West to the city limits. Officials say these roads will remain open, however motorists should expect delays and that this project will proceed barring inclement weather or unforeseen events. The Jasper Chamber of Commerce will hold their 65th annual luncheon meeting Wednesday, October 17th at Clubhouse 61 in Jasper. The luncheon will begin at 11:30 a.m., followed by the meeting, presentations, and the keynote speaker. During that meeting, Chamber Board President Brian Hostetter will recognize board members and other officers who served during the 2018 term. He will also make the presentation of the annual President's Community Excellence Award. This award is given annually to an individual in the community who has given of themselves in a variety of ways in order to help make a difference. He states that the award is always a surprise to the recipient and that it is a great honor to recognize the work of an individual who has contributed to the success of the Jasper community. The Board of Directors for 2018 also included Vice President Tom Moorman, Secretary Diane Manili-Horney, Treasurer Mark Fierst, along with Julie Duchess, Anthony Sang, Tim Gray, Dr. Tim Barry, Opal Summersheim, Angie Kleinhelter, Sherry Keller, Rachel Levin, Cody Ziegler, Bernie Kryline, and Christian Blumey. In addition to the Board of Directors, the Chamber has 2 staff positions held by Executive Director Nancy Eckerly and Office Manager Janet Beckman. New board members for 2018 will be announced during the annual first meeting luncheon. This year's keynote speaker will be NSWC Crane Commanding Officer Captain Mark Ostreich, who will talk about how NSWC Crane is harnessing the power of technology to expand their advantage. Captain Ostreich assumed the command of the Naval Surface Warfare Center Crane Division in July of 2017. A native of South Holland, Illinois, he received his commission from the United States Naval Academy in May of 1991, graduated with a Bachelor's of Science degree in Naval Architecture. Any questions on this year's luncheon meeting can be contacted by calling the Chamber at 812-482-6866. Holiday World and Splash and Safari's Wildebeest water coaster took top honors once again during the 2018 Golden Ticket Awards ceremony. That ceremony was held this past weekend at Silver Dollar City in Branson, Missouri. For the 9th year in a row, Holiday World's Wildebeest water coaster was named the world's #1 water park ride. The top honor was announced by Amusement Today magazine, which presented the results of its annual survey of the best of the best in the amusement park industry during Saturday evening's Golden Ticket Awards ceremony. In addition, the park's Mammoth water coaster was named the #2 water park ride, and Splash and Safari was once again claimed as the #2 water park spot. Also, Holiday World's wooden coasters, the Voyage, the Legend, and the Raven, were named among the world's top 25 wooden coasters for the 19th consecutive year. Holiday World was named the #1 cleanest park, outranking such parks as Disney World, Kings Island, Dollywood, and Cedar Point. Holiday World and Splash and Safari will be open to the public this Saturday, September 15th, and will be closed for a private event on Sunday the 16th. Happy Halloween weekends begin on September 22nd. For more information, you can visit holidayworld.com or call 1-800-467-2682. Now stay tuned as we travel to Ferdinand to speak with Town Manager Chris James for this week's edition of Monday with the Mayor, followed by weather and sports.